Hi guys, we're here today to talk about the effects of cannabis and diabetes. Right, I'm going to read you a bit of an intro first. Cannabis or marijuana is a drug derived from the cannabis plant that is used for recreational use, medicinal purposes and religious or spiritual rites. Cannabis plants produce a unique family of compounds called cannabinoids. Of these, the major psychoactive brain function affecting compound is tetrahydrocannabinoid or THC. Marijuana contains high levels of THC as well as other psychoactive chemicals which produce high users feel while inhaling or ingesting it. Okay, we get straight to the diabetes bit. Right. Cannabis and its effect on diabetes. There is growing research investigating cannabis use and the effect on diabetes. Right. The main points are to stabilize the blood sugars. A large body of anecdotal evidence is built in amongst diabetics to support this. Suppress some of the arterial inflammation commonly experienced by diabetics, which can lead to cardiovascular disease. Prevent nerve inflammation and ease the pain of neuropathy, the most common complication of diabetes, by stimulating receptors in the body and the brain, the TC1 and the TC2 receptors that I mentioned before. Lower blood pressure over time, which can reduce the risk of heart disease and diabetes complications. Keep blood vessels open and improve circulation. Relieve muscle cramps and the pain of gastrointestinal GI disorders. To be used to make topical creams to relieve neuropathic pain and tingling on hands and feet. Cannabis compounds have also been shown to reduce the intraocular pressure, the fluid pressure within the eye, considerably in people with glaucoma, a type of eye disease that is caused by conditions that severely restrict blood flow to the eye, such as severe diabetic retinopathy. Right, now we go on to broken bones, because marijuana, one of the compounds, is a bone stimulant.
Is that what you just said earlier on about like if it would help with the same thing if you got a cramp? Yeah. Like in the morning, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it helps relax.
Alright.
The anti-inflammatory is a relaxant.
Yeah.
You know, if you have cramp in the morning, rub the cream on your calf or wherever you're experiencing the cramp.
Okay.
Keep the area moving, and then obviously stretch.
Yeah. Alright. So,
you know?
Yeah.
Okie doke. We'll go on to the bone stimulant part of it. Sticks and stones may break bones, but cannabis could heal it faster. A new study from Tel Aviv University in Israel is released that CBD promotes faster fracture healing in bones and in turn makes the bone stronger. The medical properties in cannabis. Recently there has been a surge in pro-cannabis studies that finds a plethora of beneficial properties concerning a wide range of conditions. However, this is the first study of its kind that looks into bone research, and while the process still requires further research, the evidence thus far seems highly optimistic. The researchers believe the reason for rapid healing and increase in strength and resilience is due to the connection of cannabinoid receptors in the body and the stimulation of bone growth. The focus was CBDs, and this would not provide a psychoactive side effect, and found that it is proved staggering results. We found CBD alone to sufficiently effective in enhancing fracture healing. Other studies have shown CBD to be safe agent, which leads us to believe we should continue this line of study in clinical trials to assess its usefulness in improving human fracture healing, says Dr. Yankee Gabbett from the Bone Research Laboratory in Tel Aviv. Sorry if I didn't get the name pronunciation quite right. Okay, the next one is one of my favourite ones actually. Research shows how marijuana compounds can reduce tumour growth in cancer patients. Right. We've proved this time and time again. THC in cannabis actually kills cancer. I've got it on the back of my t-shirt. I walk about with it in town. I go to meetings with it on. I do videos with it on. I send it all around the internet. And so does all the rest of the group, which is good how the group works. Right, we've got scientists have long known that compounds derived from marijuana have some cancer fighting properties, but recent demonstrations how exactly one compound may fight tumours. Published in the Journal of Biological Chemistry, the research reveals two previously unknown stagnating platforms in cells that allow THC, the psychoactive ingredient in cannabis, known for producing a high sensation, to shrink some cancerous tumours. THC, the main effective compound of marijuana, has anti-cancer properties. Dr. Pete McCormick, a researcher from the University of East Anglia in England and co-author of the study, said in a statement, this compound is known to act through a specific family of cell receptors known as the cannabinoid receptors. However, it was unclear which of these receptors were responsible for the anti-tumor, because it's unclear because the research is new to them, whereas it's not new to the cannabis community. It's not new at all. We're putting the research out there, the scientists are grabbing it, and then they're doing their little lab bit.
Right.
But we've already proved it.
Okay.
It's already proven worldwide over the last 3 years.
Right.
We've had as soon as someone is cured of cancer, it's shared on the internet and then shared between the groups, which is a good method, and that's how we design things to work.
So more or less, right, if I said to you, right, you can grow cannabis in space, that's more or less, it probably would be, wouldn't it?
As long as we can get air in a little propagator,
right,
we can grow anything in space.
So it depends, where would you grow it? Mars, Saturn, Jupiter?
We'll leave that for another one.
Oh, alright.
Right, now we're coming to one of my friend's conditions, fibromyalgia. Right, fibromyalgia care with medical marijuana.
Is it alright, have a look at that, just see, like, you know.
Yeah.
Just show the viewers, like, out there, right, let's have a look at that.
All of these files are free for anyone to pull off the
Okay.
internet at any time.
Alright, okay. That would do, thank you very much for that.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Right.
Okay, thank you very much.
I'll read you a little bit of what this study says on my fibromyalgia now. Right. Not much actually. The only thing on fibromyalgia so far is because obviously it's new to the people that the doctors. It's new to the doctors because they've been experienced marijuana. They've just looked at healing things from the point of chucking tablets at them, which don't work. That's why we got an antimicrobial resistance. Right. The thing that it says about fibromyalgia is THC works as well as the CBDs, the anti-inflammatory aspects and properties we need for the fibromyalgia to heal the fibromyalgia and make people feel a little bit better. The THC delivers the pain killing quantities as well. My friend that suffers from fibromyalgia, sometimes I go around there and, you know, considering she's 2 years at school, higher than me at school, and it's limiting her whole life. She can't even get out of bed some days. You know, it's such a debilitating illness, really. I mean, if we can cure things like this, when we can cure things like this, because at the moment she's on opiates, which is not good for anyone. It makes people feel like a zombie. She's sleeping all day.
More or less like she's drowsiness.
She's drained all day. She can't concentrate on anything, which is a side effect of the opiates. You know, this will bring back a quality of life to people. Cannabis will bring back a quality of life to people. It won't make them feel like a zombie anymore, and people will be able to pick, as they are doing now already, they'll be able to pick specific strain that is best for them. You know, whether they need it for pain relief or whether they need it for anti-inflammatory or whatever they need it for, they will be able to pick the specific strain, and it will be free of any chemicals. You know, there'll be no side effects like what there is with the myriad of tablets that the doctors chuck at us at the moment. Okay, gonna move swiftly on to the Crohn's disease and cannabis article.
I've actually heard of that Crohn's disease. Ain't very good.
Crohn's disease, my friend used to suffer from it when I was neighbourhood warden, and it used to make her feel really tired all the time, really sap her energy.
Has it got anything to do with your bones, basically?
It's, I don't know, I'll read you out everything here. In 2007, after 11 months of diarrhea and extreme stomach pain, Fatine Phoenix Ward was diagnosed with Crohn's disease. I was on steroids and cortisone for 7 months, she says, but I had numerous side effects and my colon was still swollen. My stomach and colon were starting to feel like they were decaying from the inside, accompanied with diarrhea and as well as erythema nodosum on my legs and elbows, and the inflammatory condition characterized by inflammation to the fat cells under the skin, resulting in tender and red nodules or lumps that are usually seen on both shins, which lead to extreme pain. Which lead to extreme pain in my elbow joints